Hello and welcome back to another episode of
Tube
Talk, and we would like to start off this episode on a rather sad note, don't we?
Yes, with the passing of Colin Meads on Sunday. Incredibly sad, a national treasure, an icon, someone that embodied everything that we feel it means to be a Kiwi, to be a New Zealander, and a wonderful man. Obviously, the greatest All Black of all time and incredibly tough on the field, but off the field he was just such a gentleman and so kind and giving of his time. And it's been, the week that has gone, I've had lots of people contact me with their own stories about him and our owners that have met him and the things that have happened. Because of course, he was a great friend to go racing and to New Zealand racing. And it was fitting, Sophie, that his last winner was Sophie's Choice, the horse she selected last week, 2 weeks ago. And she will race on the 2nd of September at Hastings, and she'll wear the Cancer Society colours as a tribute and a memory to him. So we're very sad this week, and there is a tribute that we've posted on our website, so do go and have a read of it. And on Facebook as well, we've put a tribute to him, some stories about him, and some photos.
Have a read if you would like to.
Yeah, and our thoughts and love are with all of the Meads family and Lady Verna.
Nice one. Well, we will hop into last week, but it was lovely. Thank you, Albert. We'll start off with North and South, who ran 6th.
Yeah, so we had 3 runners on Saturday in the Foxbitch Plate. North and South was actually last. No, she wasn't. North and South was 6th. I'm getting my North and South, and Mortiers mixed up. So excuse me. So North and South 6th, really good run. Chris Johnson rode her. Back in the field as she always is. Couldn't get a gap when he wanted. Had to hook out wide, wait to get balanced up, and once she got balanced up, she roared home. Chris actually thought she'd run 4th. He said she could have been right in the finish, right there, looking to win the race, run 2nd, 3rd, if we'd been able to get a run when we wanted. So she's going super, and she will now push forward to the Group 1 Tarzino Trophy on the 2nd of September at Hastings, as long as we get rain, as long as it's a wet track. If it's not a wet track, she won't run.
Mm-hmm. We also had Mighty Solomon, who ran 8th.
Really good run. Troy rode him. We knew the track was too wet for him. Troy said, travel a treat. He said, same thing, so I couldn't get a gap. He was following the favourite, Perfect Fit. She stopped. He couldn't get out in time, and he said, I could only get into him the last 100 metres. He said he feels good, and he said should have finished a lot closer. So we're encouraged by that. He probably won't go to the Tarzino Trophy, but he'll race at some point in September, and I'm really happy with the report we got from Troy on him.
Mm-hmm. And finally, we had... No, never mind, not finally.
No.
Second to last, penultimately, but the last one for Foxbitch Plate runners, we had No More Tears, who ran last.
Yeah, and we went into the race thinking she could win. She was probably the top of our 3 picks given the conditions of the race. And Danielle rode her, said she travelled beautifully, but she got a knock at the top of the straight and just basically threw it away. And I just think she's lost her confidence. She's well, and she is working extremely well. So we'll just drop her back now and into a rating 85 grade. We'll drop right down in class for her. She'll get in with a nice weight somewhere, maybe LSE on the 9th of September is what we're looking at, and just try and get her confidence back, because I think that's all it is. It's just a confidence thing with her. So probably 9th of September at LSE we'll go with her. And look, if she has her confidence back, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see her come out and win.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And finally, we had Thorn Pass, who ran 4th, but not at Foxbitch Plate. No,
in a different race, and not a bad run. Look, he had to do a lot of work early in the race, which meant that...
I'll go 3. 2.
No, I don't think many.
I'll go 2.
4. You go 2. So, so he had to do a hell of a lot of work out of the straight. He got outside the leader, and it just cost him in the last little bit of the race, but he battled on nicely for 4th. So he will go forward. He'll have 2 starts within a week probably, on the 9th and 16th of September over sort of 2,000 metres at Wanganui and Awapuni. and he's a horse that's going well enough to step up, but we need him to step up. So the next sort of month, 6 weeks is really important for him.
And this week we have got 3 runners. We will start off with Major Issue, who is running in the maiden 3-year-old 1200 at Oamaru on Friday, which is race 2.
She is 7-horse field. Really liked her fresh up run. She ran 5th, but she was 3rd for a lot of the way. The track was a bit too wet for her. Now the track at Oamaru is currently a heavy 11 as well, but it's meant to be fine next couple of days. So hopefully it'll come back to a slow 9 or somewhere in that region. From barrier 7, I'd just like to actually ride her leave her alone, and let her get home. I'm sure she is a horse that we're going to have a lot of fun with over this year. I suspect as we step up in ground, 1400 metres, 1600 metres, even 2000 metres and further, she's just going to get better and better and better. And I also suspect that she's going to be better with a touch more time around Christmas and in the autumn. So while I think she'll run well on Friday and hopefully hit in the line, and we like her a lot, I think her best is yet to come. Kylie Williams rides.
Nice. And I apologise for saying it in such an odd order. But next up, still at Oamaru on Friday, but race 4, we have got Pinzano.
So Pinzano is probably down to her last chance. She's been down to her last chance last couple of starts, but then she got kicked at the barriers, so had to be late scratched. And then last start, she stood on a nail when she was meant to be going out, when she got off the truck at the races and had to be late scratched again. So she's going to Oamaru. Heavy 11 doesn't really suit. Hopefully it comes back to about a slow 9. Small field of 6 runners. We'll just leave her alone and see in the race, put her wherever she's happy with Kylie Williams, and then look for her to sprint in the straight. Her work's actually been very, very good. And I think she is a sneaky chance. I think she'll be the outside of the field. She's probably $15, and I think she's a sneaky chance. I'll be certainly having a couple of dollars on it.
Nice. And finally for this week, on Saturday at Sydney Rosehill, race 4, we've got Elward.
Yes, Elward, very exciting horse. Bolted in a couple of weeks ago at Flemington. He's gone up to Sydney because there's not really a race for him in Melbourne over the next sort of month. So he races Saturday. The track looks like it's going to be good, and he needs a good track. If there was rain, he'd be scratched. He's got barrier 3, Hugh Bowman rides. It is a slight rise in class. It is a better field. He's got a rise in weight, but his work's been outstanding the last week. And he is a distinct winning chance. He should be very hard to beat from the draw with Hugh Bowman on board. May well start favourite and can win.
Nice. And now we move on to Bet of the Week. Last week, our Bet of the Week, Longchamp, came second.
Well, he wasn't a long shot, but we thought he was a 6-horse field at $4.20. We thought he was a good bet, and we just keep running seconds with our Bet of the Week now. Second. So we've got to change it round. We need a winner this Saturday. Sophie.
We do indeed. Well, hopefully this will be a winner. 2 emails.
2 more.
Bet of the Week this week is from Old Piece. Amanudlad.
That's it.
At Pakuranga.
That's it.
Hunt Cup.
Yes.
Race 8.
Ellerslie. 13-year-old gelding going over the steeples with the top weight of 71 kilos. But I think he is in terrific form. He won the Wellington Steeples last start. He loves going over the Ellerslie Hill. He'll go over twice. And I think a lot of people will look at him and go, he's 13, he's carrying 71 kilos. I'm going to look for another horse and I'll look for other runners. So I reckon he might end up paying $5 or $6. And I just think he is in great form. He's peaking. I think he will be very hard to beat. So I like him at about $5 or $6. So there you go. Back into place, he'll run second.
There we go. Back in place.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, Albert.
And we'll be back next week with another edition of
Tube Talk. We shall.
Thanks.
See
4,
you.
I win.
You do.